Hi there, everybody. It's meteorologist Terry Swails here on tswails.com, and this is your weather briefing for Thursday. And depending upon where you were last night, it was an active night of weather around the region. Some thunderstorms roamed my northern counties for much of the night last night and put down some excessive rainfall in our northern counties, particularly northeast of the Quad Cities. There were some spots that picked up 4, 5, even 6 inches of rainfall. I know around the Sterling Rock Falls area up to 5 inches of rain fell, and a little further southeast of there towards Lamoille, perhaps up to 6 inches of rainfall. So substantial amounts of rain. Some flash flooding occurred last night, and now the grounds are really saturated around eastern Iowa and western Illinois. So the next thing is what happens with more storms that are likely to happen today. And there's going to probably be more heavy rainfall at some point, if not today, sometime tonight. And flash flood watches are issued in the counties in green there, so this goes right on through tonight. Any additional rainfall in those locations could produce more flash flooding, and the rivers and streams are already running high there, and the ground is extremely saturated. Here's a graphic from the National Weather Service, and it shows the potential for as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain northeast of the Quad Cities in the next 24 hours. So that, on top of what I say, the saturated grounds out there, would cause the additional problems with some flash flooding. Here's the forecast from the Weather Prediction Center for rainfall through tomorrow night. And you can see there's a pretty good bullseye there once again over eastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois, the exact areas that don't need the rainfall. And now we're going to take this out a full 7 days. And look at this, maybe 3 to 4 inches of rain in some spots here in the next week. So there's going to be some serious issues around here on the rivers and streams if we get that additional rainfall in the amount of 3 to 4 inches. Something to watch here as we go through the next few days. Meantime, let's take a look at the situation we're facing today, and there is a risk of severe weather from about the Quad Cities off to the west. It's not a high risk, that's for sure, and I don't see any tornado threat today. It would just be some gusty winds and perhaps a little bit of hail. The severe weather threat really not a big concern. This is the type of situation where you're just going to get tremendous amounts of rainfall in a short period of time in those areas that do see showers and storms. Notice the moisture connection here. You can see our storm is actually spinning around up over Montana and maybe just a little north of the border there. And attached to that is a front that extends into Texas. And the Gulf of Mexico moisture is streaming northward from there in a big way. And this is the precipitable moisture that's available for rainfall at 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. And you can see the moisture levels are extremely high in the range of 2–2¼ inches. So that's just the available water vapor out there that can be squeezed out and can produce rain. And when you see levels like that, you certainly know the threat exists for some big-time rainfall totals if you can get thunderstorms to form, and we do think that's going to happen. Now, these are the dew points today, and late this afternoon, they're showing up to 77 here in the Quad Cities. That's a really juicy air mass. You're going to feel that, no question about it. So you've got all the moisture in place, as we indicated, and then you get a little bit of heating, and that's when you get your capes to raise. The capes are the convective available potential energy, and those are going to be running over 4,000 joules here later on this afternoon. So that's the instability that'll get those thunderstorms to fire on up. So I don't think there's any issue with them occurring. It's just a matter of exactly where and when. And this is a radar simulation for 10 o'clock tonight. And notice the thunderstorm clusters once again forming just to the north of the Quad Cities and extending back into central Iowa. That's the same type of looking pattern there we've seen for about the past 3 days around here. So if that happens, could be some more issues, especially along and north of Interstate 80 tonight with strong thunderstorms and some locally heavy rainfall. So that's the situation as we see it right now. We'll continue to watch it closely. But definitely the threat is out there for some more heavy rainfall and flash flooding in the area until this system kicks on out of the region sometime Friday afternoon. That's your weather briefing for today. I'll be back later with updates on this evolving situation. And in the meantime, thanks for visiting tswails.com and roll weather.